The other day I was streaming, and there's one thing you gotta know about streaming, is when somebody comments that is a particularly big, known YouTuber, they show up green with a little tick next to them. Kinda like when this guy called Jelly contacted me. I'd never heard of Jelly. YouTube doesn't like to really share people amongst people. But then I looked him up. Holy shit, you're giant! Fuck me! Okay. I mean, it's a fair description to say that I was a bit shocked that somebody so big had stumbled across such a small little channel. Very niche as well. Like, there's just BeamNG here, and then a niche inside of BeamNG, which is mod creation. But he did hit me up, and then we got into a phone call, and he made a request for a mod.
Hey, I like your mods. Could you, I had a cool idea. What do you think about, like, sticking a bunch of rockets on cars? Like, a lot of them.
I think I could do that. I've not done it before, but I'm pretty sure I can.
Like, make them go real fast.
All right. I think I have something in mind.
Make them fly. In case they go fast.
Well, I'm sure. Now, I'm not one to turn down somebody that wants to get into the modding side of BeamNG, who's going to show it to the masses a lot more than what I can. This is the default spawn vehicle. Yes, I know you can change it, but there's a severe lack of interest with this vehicle, for at least myself, and I think this would be a fun one to put a whole bunch of Jato on. Now, got kind of like a final form. Now, I'm not actually going to make the thing properly fly. We did a little bit of talking, and he said what he meant is off of a ramp. So I'm not going to put wings on because I've not done any sort of studying on how to properly balance an airplane and center of lift versus center of gravity and how much lift the wings need and how to properly create ailerons. And that's a lot of stuff that I am not willing to learn. Or at least not today. So, for an entry mod, for an entry player, for somebody that really wants to get to BeamNG, I think this would be a great one to stick it on. And I'm also going to give it to him in stages. That way, he can go like slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, and then 4, 5, and 6, one on the roof, maybe a couple on the hood. I think this could go far. All I have to do is figure out how to take these and apply multiple to that one, and then all you have to do is press T, and away it goes. Oh. I was going to use that pickup. I happen to know that this is called the City Bus, so let's see if we can find the Jato in here. Perfect. City Bus Jato. It's been a very long time since I've looked at this. I've actually done this kind of slightly once. I did it with an old automation build that was meant to look like the Batmobile Tumbler. Though, this is going to be a little bit more than that. It looks like, even though there was 2 rockets, there's only 1 center of thrust setup. Weird. Then there is separate Jato meshes, so we don't need to come up with some sort of like jerry-rigged way of setting this up. I might do something like, you know what, actually I have an idea to keep this file a little bit smaller. Let's grab the Jato, and I can't import it. Oh, I hate when this happens. It's such a pain in the butt. So BeamNG sometimes uses some very obscure way of doing DAE files that even if I use an old version of Blender, it might not work, but here's hoping. Oh, this is an old version. Please work. Oh, good. Okay, it works. And I think I really only need 1, so I think we'll. Oh, I don't know how to do anything. I can't select things. Fine. You know what? Let's go export DAE, overwrite it, then try reopening it. This time, there we go. It's all fixed. Now, this one I know how to use. I only actually need the 1, and then I can just flip and rotate this using a modifier. That way, the file size gets to be really nice and small. I also have another idea, and that involves doing this. See, what this will allow me to do is place them just a smidgen bit easier. Then let's grab that Jato code, create a simple thing here, call this pick up additional modification. Hopefully should be a slot already. Let's check it out actually. No, it's just called pickup mod and it's called an additional modification. Ah, good thing I checked. And this is going to be a slot, rear right Jato. Clear out some of this. Take the names that we created, plop them in, and then that'll be this slot. Except I'm gonna call this number 1, because this is going to be the first Jato we attach. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bunch of different slots here. And every slot is going to need to have its own uniquely named Jato thingamybobby. Including the groups also need to be unique. Then we're going to save this and use Gencode Node Beam Editor. Interesting. I think that's the rear right. That's the one we're going to go with. So let's select these and, oh, you know what, actually, let's do it this way. Names. And they're a little bit hard to say. I think that's J1L1. So this is the left side. So let's find all things related to this, of which there's actually no connections? What the hell? Well, that's weird. Oh, it's because I called everything 1 at the end. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's go ahead and remove that. There we go. So get rid of that. Get rid of you, everything. Oh, you know what? Actually, we could just look left side. All left side things are going to get removed, and we're going to keep just the right side. Then we're going to try to line this up to the center, but I should probably get it to line up with this. So we're going to export this as well as an OBJ because for some reason it doesn't work in DAE. And then up a little bit. Perfect. Then in here, we're going to use good old node offset. The bane of the moderated team that does all of the approval of mods. Hate it whenever I use this, but I'm lazy. Now remember how I also put 1 at the beginning of everything? I should go ahead and, you know, make sure it's on everything. Add it to all of these. Hooray! And let's see if our additional Jato liquid rocket slot, perfect. Then under this, I don't know why this is blank, that's weird. We should have, oh good, it's already attached. It doesn't seem to be attached to anything. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, so if we were to press T right now, I don't think it would work. Yeah, T does nothing at the moment. Probably has to do with the fact that I haven't put in anything required. So let's go lure, input maps, drag those in. We're also gonna grab input actions. But now, this is the bugged out version. If we hit Control R, we should have extend feed, max height, kneel right, and Jato, which is T. So if we press T, perfect. Bye. Have a beautiful time. Let's go ahead and move the Jato into place now. So let's first move it out like 1 meter. There's a slight, oh. Okay, so let's move this, but not the flex body. Weird. Huh. Oh, I got it to move this time. Instead of using node offset, I used node move. So let's go back to -1 and refresh. Perfect. Refresh. And wouldn't you know it, that is in an acceptable place. Now that is not going to interfere with the tire. No. Perfect. Is it going to interfere with anything? Doesn't look like it. Now all we need to do is find some nodes to attach it to. So let's bring back the nodes. And eventually it will just stick. So now if we press J, nope, that's the wrong one. T. Perfect. Okay, well, you know, not entirely perfect. Let's slow this down and see how this works now. So, slow motion. It pushes down on the fender so much that it basically kind of wrecks it. It is pushing to the right. I saw it do some weird stuff. It hits there. Oh, okay, the entire thing flips around, then wants to try to pull it the other way. Alrighty, well, at least I know that things aren't acting wacko. Well, no, they are acting a bit wacko, but not unpredictably. Now, let's do that for the other side. Let's grab you, duplicate, and then we're gonna change this to rear left. Give it a quick little refresh. Oh, this isn't gonna work. Yeah, I forgot I have to change everything. Becomes LLs. Or actually, you know what? We can undo this because what I did here was very specific. 1L is now, oh wait, hold on. No, this all seems good. Is now gonna be changed to 2. The only thing we have to do now is have a look at the thruster ones, which this is 1 point. Yeah, this has to change. And with a sneaky little refresh, what do you know? It works. Now what we need to do is flip this stuff around, which is not too hard, because we can have offsets applied to these. Here we go. Grab you, go to here, and plop it in. Rotate it on the y-axis by 180 degrees, and is hoping it works here. Slot pickup mod, reset to default pickup mod as the windshield part pickup Jato was not found? Oh, I'm missing you. It's just the littlest of things sometimes. And with a quick little refresh, it should be working. Okay, it's not quite right. The only thing to do now is to slow the game down, turn on the Jato, pause, and see that the thrust seems to be working correctly. Except it is... this one's pushing up and this one's pushing down? Weird. Let's unpause. Yep, they are pushing different directions. Bugger. Yeah, okay, I do see that this actually points downwards. All right, let's duplicate you, scale you on the x-axis to -1, apply transforms, check to see if it's inside out. Yes, it is. Mesh, normals, flip. Change the names of these to L, then change these to L. Probably won't need the offsets no more. And, oh, it's already facing the right way. Perfect. Then why, when we turn on thrusters? Oh, no, okay, yep, that came off very quickly. Let's try that again, except this time slow motion. Turn on the thrusters. They are now pushing down correctly, evenly. Perfectamundo. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit sloppy, but you know what? That is very usable. Oh, this is fun to watch. All right, let's unpause. Whoop! Whoa! Cleared it. We're clear. Okay, I feel that these thrusters might be a little bit strong. Oh my god, we've turned into a spiraling torpedo bullet thing. Thrusters haven't even run out yet. Are we gonna clear the entire map? We've got the rifling on the bullet. We should be fairly accurate. Oh, come on, please. Please, clear it. You can do it. Oh no, I think we're gonna land a bit short. Oh, just. Wow, that was fun. Oh, no. That was less fun. Now let's put some on the doors, so hopefully they will rip the doors off. Let's start with the right side. Duplicate you. You're going to be called door right. Move this one. You know what? We're gonna go to 0 on the offset. And very close. But you know what? Actually, I think that is close enough. I like it. Let's bring up our nodes and start finding things to attach to. Right after we change everything to 3. And eventually, perfect. If we now go in and try to open this door up, look at that. And if we try to turn the Jato on, woo! Now let's do the same for the other side. And without too much effort, it also get stuck on. Let's open up the door. No, let's open up the door. Ow. Oh, these are stuck to the door. Let's grab the attach for the door, plop it in here, replace everything 3 quotation mark with 4 quotation mark, then everything R quotation mark with L quotation mark. Then they should only attach to the left side door. So if we go ahead and open her up, perfectamundo. Can I reach just inside there? Good. Okay, so this isn't 100% even, but whatever. Let's let it rip. Woo! That was fun. But where else can I attach this? Can we attach them to the front fender? I think that'll work. Then we might attach one to the hood, but I feel that would push the vehicle down, maybe. I am unsure. Yeah, let's just go with the fenders for now. And that should go about... Oh, let's move that a bit further forwards. And that should put it about there. Except now we got to connect it to the fenders. And eventually, if we unpause and hide that, and put it into slow motion, turn thrusters on, perfectamundo. That doesn't have a single problem. Oh my god, the entire front end wanted to detach. Yep, that frame is not happy, and there we go, the door is flying the rest of the truck away. Let's unslow-mo this. It's a flying saucer. Let's do front left. And after doing all the necessary changes, we get the next Jato. And it seems to be properly attached. Woo! And that brings us to the question. Do we add it to the roof? Or do we add it to the hood? I think if we add it to the hood, the way that they're like pushing downwards, it's probably going to present a little bit of an issue here. Because it's going to push the hood down. So maybe if we... Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually think that adding it to the front the front hood would be a good idea. I think that's going to be a bad time. But that leaves me to my ultimate idea. We're going to duplicate rear right, and this is going to be called bed. Now, I think you're wondering, is he going to put it on the back to make it then lift up and go forwards? I think that would just end up causing cartwheels. I have another idea. What I intend to do is make a super secret bed Jato and make it don't tell jelly. That way, they don't see that. This is going to be atrocious. Literally, these are not actually attached to anything. They are just in the bed. So let's do a quick little refresh, have them flop about, and then turn them on. Ah! That's fantastic. That is absolute. What has happened over here? There's just one attached to a frame, which there is actually none attached to a frame, I don't think. And then there's the main body part, which is, yes, a crumpled up bit of paper, doors ripped off of it. Fantastico. This is better than what I could have expected, and I think it's time to test this out on a little bit of a different situation. And that situation involves you liking and subscribing. It also involves the drag strip. We first, however, have to get a baseline drag strip time. No, that's good. That's in reverse. Come on, and... Oh, no! Alright, maybe I should have left it in manual so then I could get the thing to switch into higher gear. I probably should have also, if this has a low range, I probably should have had that selected. Don't know if that's an option. They've done a much better time than I have, though. What do we got? A 17-second. You know, actually not too bad. I don't know how my time is shorter than theirs, though. Whatever. Let's try this out. We have high, low gear. Sweet. So we could switch low gear at some point. We're also going to leave it in neutral and then drive dump it eventually. All right, we're ready to go, and off we go. We're in low range. And then switch into high range. Oh, no, that was a mistake. They've got the advantage. Okay, maybe I should. Okay, restart that. Okay, this time we're gonna take it through all of the gears. So 1, 2, 3, and then into high gear. Then we're gonna switch into high range, which actually we don't even get out of low range by the time we reach the end. That's hilarious. And it's 16.5. Whoa! That's a lot faster from, like, 1 second from just gear ratios alone. But I suppose it's time. Let's stick on our Jato. I'm gonna... Okay! Oh, throttle initiates it. I didn't realize. Oh, no! I accidentally did it too early! Frick! It's still going. Oh, I've run out of Jato? I'm confused. Alright, let's be a little bit more careful this time. It seems that I don't have to go full throttle for this thing to go fully nuclear. There we go. I'll leave this in neutral. And 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, this time we've lined it up right. No drive, 2.8 seconds. Holy cow. And the parts. Oh, that's fun. And across the line. This thing is insane. I was thinking I'd put it on the hood, but I'm pretty sure that would just push us into the ground. So there's not a whole lot we can do there unless we go and do a whole bunch of remodeling and make it shoot only straight forwards. But even then, it's going to be shooting from here. I could angle it downwards, but then you have to really get this quite perfectly centered. Otherwise, it's going to rotate around the center of mass, which I'm going to guess the center of mass is like over here somewhere. It's a bit hard to tell. This mod will be up on the repository, by the way, if you guys are wondering. At the moment, this is going to immediately... You know what, actually, it probably won't go up on the Patreon until Jelly has done his video. Then it'll go up on the Patreon. Then it will, when the video, my video goes live, it'll go up to the repository and it'll take a couple of days. It'll probably be until the next week that it gets approved. Oil starvation? Come on! Oh, only a little bit of thrust, and it's lost it. Oh my god, I wasn't even going that fast. It was like 120 kilometers an hour. Come on. Ooh. Right. Okay, like 130. I mean, that's fast, but not that fast, right? All right, let's get it. Like, my god, the thing is just destroyed. All right, let's go around this corner then. And throttle up. Oh, 300 kilometers an hour. Oh, that was... Okay, 300 kilometers an hour is about 200 miles per hour. I think my brakes cooked. Nothing's working. Oh, brakes completely gone. Anyway, for now though, I would like to say to you guys that are my channel members, thank you very much. And especially a thank you to the Rogue Tick the Crown Priest for being a top tier channel member. For the rest of you though, I'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.